What we're going to do today is to add a new page to our website. We're starting a course and it's about SEO for Joomla websites, and we want to put the information onto a page and link it from the home page. What I'd like to do is to put another item in this menu here. We've got several menus on this website. There's one there, another one here, and one here for all our customer logins, but this is the one we want to use, this menu down the left hand side. The first thing we have to do is to create our content, which is a new article. Now, if you remember, working with Joomla, we don't talk about pages, we talk about articles. So we need to go to our article manager and we need to create a new article. Now, first of all, I'm going to put this into the services category, really just to keep it organised so I know where it is. And we want to add a title here as well, so SEO for Joomla. And by default it's published and it's public. That means everyone can see it, so we don't have to change any settings there. Now, I have prepared my content in advance, which is fine if you want to do that, but be careful how you set that up. It needs to be is plain text. I'm using TextEdit here on the Mac, and the format is in plain text. If you see, I can make it rich text, which is when you start to add tabs in and different font styles and sizes. We don't want that information coming over to the website. Web has its own language, which doesn't always work well if you introduce other coding languages from programs on your computer, things like Word or Pages, OpenOffice. If you're on the PC, the best thing to use is Notepad and TextEdit if you're on the Mac. Now I'm going to go back and make that plain text again. As you can see, all the styling's dropped out, so it's not going to bring any code that I don't want over with it. So I can copy and paste that over into our Joomla window. Now if I click anywhere in the text, you'll see up here it stays as paragraph. That's really good news because it means we've got nice clean code. Now that first line, I'd like that to be a headline, so I'm actually going to change the styling on that and I'm going to make that my H1. There we go. That gives us that nice bold blue headline we're using on the rest of the website. And the next line as well, I think I'd like to add some styling to that, just to make it a little bit stronger, a little bit darker. I'm going to pick heading 4. Now this list here, I wanted that to be a bulleted list, so I'm going to select everything there, and here I've got my bulleted list. I can click on there and you can see it's made my bullets. Now that's about as much editing I want to do at the moment. Just want to get this page linked up so that I can have a look at it on the front end and make sure it looks good. So I'm going to save and close. Now the next thing to do is to find the menu we want to put it into. Now I know it's this one called Flying Pixel, and I can see it's got those 4 elements in there that I can see on the front end about Joomla, CMS, social media. Go back and check. Yes, that's the one. So I want to add a new item to this menu. Now what we're going to do today is to link just to that article we made. So this menu item type needs to be pointing to a single article, that one we've just made. So I'm going to click on single article, which is now going to give me this box here where I can choose the particular article I want to point to, and here it is, SEO for Joomla. Now the next really important thing I have to do is to give the menu title. Now that is the wording that's going to appear on the front end of the website, so I want to call that Joomla SEO, and I'm going to save and close that. And we can see, yep, that's been added onto that list for the menu. I'm going to go back to the front end and refresh, and here our menu item has appeared. It's actually quite important at the moment, this course we're running, so I'd like to have it a little bit higher up in the menu. So going back to the back end, you'll see we've got this column here for ordering. I want this item to move to the top, so I'm going to give it a number of 0 and then resave, which is going to move it straight to the top of the list. So I can go back to the front end and refresh. You see we now have Joomla SEO right at the top. Now if I click on that, we can see that's that article I made. Now you can go back and do some more editing on that article and can come backwards and forwards and check it's looking fine, but that's all I need for the moment. So that's making a new article and adding it into a menu.